All right, we are here and we are getting ready to go live on Instagram. All right, here we go. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are here and we're ready to get this thing going, Mr. E, but we're going to give you all 30 seconds to get in the room. Good evening, everybody. We are here. This is FYI After Dark. I'm your host, Yolanda Hinton, along with co-host.
I'm Ed Everett. I am Ed Everett. And thank you so very, very much for tuning in to the most talked about show, After Dark, FYI After Dark radio broadcast.
Absolutely. We are so glad to be here on this evening. You know, we come on at 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. We want to welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. And sometimes we do our FYI After Dark replays, but we are here live, Mr. E. It's exciting to be on. Look, the last time we were on, at this time, it was after dark.
That's right.
We're here today, this evening, and it's 6 o'clock, but it is daylight saving time. So you all stick and stay with us. We're going to have a great show, and we are so glad for you all to join us. Mr. E, tell us a little bit about who we are to our audience and where they can see and hear us.
I want to listen. I'm Ed Everett along with the host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. You can find us on FYI in the AM on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, and on WMVA 88.9 FM. You can hear us all over the world by going to 1350 AM gmail.com. That's right. That's 1350 AM and 1400 AM.com. You can hear us all over the world, even with your device that you have in your hand, such as your phone. Everywhere you go, you can find FYI.
Absolutely. We want to also welcome our sponsors. Who do we have? We have Beard Gods, BEARDGODZ. We want you all to make sure you go and check out Beard Gods. Check out Chris Hinton. He is the owner. And check out the website. You can find some great things for men, for their beards, hair. As a matter of fact, ladies, if you're looking for a great conditioning shampoo, you can actually go on the website at www.beardgods.com, and you can find all kind of great things. They're great as gifts. You can get biotin vitamins for your hair, nails, and things like that. You have picks. You have all kind of hats and hoodies and all kind of things, Mr. E. If someone is interested in feeling good and being well groomed.
That's right. All you got to do is go to www.beardgods.com. Am I right?
Beard Gods, BEARDGODZ. Check them out. Yeah. Also, don't forget Bullvic, another sponsor, BULVIC, Bullvic Academy, talking about information on anti-bullying initiative. Who bullies, why they bully, information for schools, for guidance counselors, parents, students are on that website and the blogs as well. You can get books by Yolanda Hinton, The Diary of a Former Bully, and you can get Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. You can also get the game Bulvic, Bulvic, and it is an anti-bullying game. It is absolutely an awesome game. I'm still playing the game myself.
I should mess with the game also.
Miss D, I think Miss D, I told Miss D is not for the faint of heart.
That's right. That's right.
When you get that game, you're gonna have to keep trying until you master it. You got literacy. You got to make sure you can read. You got to make sure you can fight monsters. You can make sure you can calm the sea in your emotions, fight all kind of things, and talk to students and teachers and find out what is the key to this magnificent game. So it's called Bulvic. You can find it on Bulvic Academy website, Bulvic Academy.com. Check it out. Check out the books. Check out the game. And you can actually get in touch with us for some of the things that we're having. We're actually sponsoring Pizza and a Dialogue for our youth, giving them a voice to speak out, speak up, and do all kind of activities. That's going to be in April 30th, as a matter of fact. For more information, you can call 757-287-6792.
Say it again.
757-287-6792. Make sure you call and find out more information. We're inviting youth groups to come out, mentoring groups to come out and dialogue with other youth about things that they are concerned about. Look, don't forget, check out my new single, Make It All Right. You can get it wherever music is sold. I don't care where you go. You can go to Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, wherever. Go ahead and get the music, the latest single, Make It All Right by Yolanda Hinton. I wanted to rewind for a minute and let people know you can get that game Bulvic on the website, www.bulvicacademy.com, but you can also go to Google Play. There's an app there you can buy and download, and also on the iTunes, Apple iTunes and Google Play. These are two places that you can get the game besides over there on the website. So check it out and go ahead and enjoy those things from our sponsors. Miss E, today we had a great show.
That's right. We had a wonderful show on today.
Absolutely. Today we had our sports talk segment, and we're going to do just a little recap on some of the things that we talked about. As a matter of fact, one of the things we started off with was some sports news. George Foreman passed away. To me, it was a surprise. I was like, I didn't know he was that close to, leaving us. I didn't know if he was sick. I didn't know what happened. It's like all of a sudden, boom. Mr. E, what did you think? Was it a surprise to you as well?
Well, it was a surprise because nobody knows, and nobody's, in the sports realm, they don't have boxing and like they used to do. It wasn't a household name like they used to do back in the days of old. You heard a lot about George Foreman, and you heard a lot about Muhammad Ali. You heard a lot about Joe Frazier. You heard a lot about Tommy Herron, all those boys back in the days of old. Today, you don't hear too much about boxing. You don't hear too much about the big names. The writer said that you don't hear too much about what's going on. Like George Edward Foreman, born January the 10th, 1949, and it left us by the way of Sandusky, March the 21st, was an American professional boxer, a businessman, a minister, and an author. In the boxing, he completed between 1967 and 1997 with the nickname Big George. He was a two-time world heavyweight champion and an Olympics gold medal. He is nicknamed as his nickname of the George Foreman Grill. Let me give you a little stats about him. George Foreman was born January 10th in Marshall, Texas. And he was named Big George. He was a heavyweight boxing champion, 6'3", 78-inch range. He was an orthodox boxer. His record was he had 81 fights, won 76 of them. He had 68 TKOs and lost 5 of those bouts. That's Big George Foreman.
Absolutely. Had sons, and everybody's name is George. George, and George. We're going to miss him. He became also a minister. He was in the ministry and everything. And he stood out. He had the George Foreman Grill, and he was active in the community as well. And so to me, he is going to, be somebody that, we will miss in sports. And, we pray for their family and those that are left behind. It's not easy losing, your loved one, and especially when they are loved by so many.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Sheila Green. Good evening. It's good to see you here. Missy, if you have anybody that you want to shout out, let me know. Of course, let's see, we're looking for our Instagram folk. They're somewhere here, but we're definitely glad to anybody that's on. We want to say welcome and thank you for joining us on FYI After Dark.
That's right.
Okay, so Mr. E, we talked about that today. We also, if you haven't, we want to go over some of the numbers. Now, we had a great guest today, Mr. E, and he is putting together an activity and a documentary, him and others, on this evening. If you all did not get the show, to see the show this morning, please go and look at the show from FYI Radio Morning Show and see, our special guests and hear the things that he has contributed to our world and in the world of sports. And, check out some of the things we've done. We've got a chance to talk about him and George Foreman and some other things with the NCAA. But Mr. E, we had some NBA winners and losers. I wonder if you could go over some of those numbers.
When we look at the winners and losers of the NBA, that was on Sunday last night. You will see that the tournament time is getting ready to turn around, Ms. Hinton. The Pelicans lost to the Detroit Pistons 136-130.
Wow.
The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the New Jersey Jazz, 120-91. The 76ers lost to the Atlanta Hawks 132-119. The Miami Heat beat the Hornets 122-105. The Raptors, they lost to the Spurs, San Antonio Spurs, 123-89. The Celtics, they beat the Trailblazers 129-116. And then if you missed it on Saturday, the Nets played against the Indiana Pacers 108-103. And then the Golden State Warriors lost to the Hawks 124-117. Then 122, the Knicks beat the Wizards 122-103. And the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Kings 114-108. And the Bulls played against the Lakers. The Bulls played against the Lakers 146-115 till the beat the Lakers breaks off of them.
Are you surprised?
No.
Okay. I tell you what, man, if you all are missing these games, you're missing a lot of basketball fire. Our guest today mentioned about the women, and I mentioned it to Mr. E. Now, if you really want to go see somebody balling, go over to the NCAA women's.
Final Four, yeah.
Go over to the WNBA. I'm trying to tell you, the women are fire. Mr. E, now let's admit, when the women a few years back starting off playing, we didn't have the greatest of stars coming up. I mean, we've had some stars, but now we have a group of young ladies coming out of college, basketball college, and universities, and they are fire. Also, they're not sloppy. It's not a sloppy, dribble down, sloppy, throw it around. It is pure skill, and it are women. These are women now that are playing like never before. Mr. E talking about the 3 points. Yeah, you're gonna get those that hit 3 points, but they're gonna be under the bucket too. They are actually playing with a lot of skill, and it is so enjoyable. The energy, the fans are out there, and people are really looking at it in a whole different way. You got the sponsorships, you got folk that are coming and looking at them to pull them into the pro ball, and it's just amazing what's happening.
Miss Hinton, when you talk about them women, this March Madness for them women, they are on fire.
Yes.
You look at this March Madness. This March Madness is not taking in the hostages, especially with this March Madness for the ladies. The ladies are out there balling, and just like our guest said today, Charlie Hatchett was our special guest.
Yes.
Today, he was a member of he went to Northview High School, and not only went to Northview High School, but he was one of the first African Americans to cross the barrier and played with the Indiana Pacers. So we are proud of Mr. Charlie Hatchett, and he's doing a thing with Mr. Tim Reed, along with Julius Erving, along with a lot of other professional basketball players over at Roger Brown tonight. That's
Absolutely.
Right. You can make it your business to go to Roger Brown's tonight, and you can see a host of great ballers from the days of old. A documentary brought to you by Mr. Tim Reed. You don't want to Mr. Tim Reed and Mr. Charlie Hatchett are great friends, and Charlie Hatchett grew up in Liberty Park. Yeah, right here in Norfolk, Virginia.
That is so cool. And he mentioned basketball then and now. He had his opinion on, just how it has changed, evolved. And it is quite nice. It's quite cute. It's quite something to hear, people that have been back in the day playing, to see how they view what's going on now. And so I tell you what, he felt like they were playing a different type of ball game, but he did give the ladies their props. He felt like, now that's basketball. That's
right. That is pure basketball in top form. Ms. Hinton, when we begin to look at basketball, we find that UCLA played against Richmond, and they beat Richmond 84-67. And then the Ole Miss played against Baylor. Baylor was
wow, that game was amazing.
69-63, and Florida State played against some of the greatest ball. Florida State played against LSU. Mm-hmm. Right now they're playing. Florida State is playing against LSU, and the score right now is 21-14. Okay. And then Michigan State played against North Carolina State, and the score was 83-49. And then, that game's coming on tonight. You don't want to miss. Oklahoma played against Iowa, 96-62. And it goes on. South Carolina beat Indiana 64-53, and Albany beat Alabama beat Maryland 53, which is going on now to 45. You don't want to miss this great basketball, this March Madness, and it is mad too. It is mad. And today we had some of the scores from yesterday, and I asked Miss Hinton, who can we see in the Final Four? She didn't give me an answer.
I gave you two of the teams in the Final Four.
Do you think Duke gonna be there?
Duke better be there.
Do you think?
I said Duke. Let's see, who else?
Now
here's UConn is gonna be there.
This who's playing now. Duke will play against Zona. BYU gonna play against Bama. Houston gonna play against Providence. And UK, University of Kentucky, go play against the Tennessee. Who's going to win out of those, Miss Hinton? I write them down now.
I'm not going to predict. I'm going to let you predict this time because I predicted this morning.
And
You tell us. You tell us.
On the south and the west side, you got Albany playing against Cretan, and Albany playing against Michigan, Mississippi playing against MSU, Florida playing against Maryland, TTU playing against Arkansas. That's on the southwest side, and we got the east midwest side playing against each other for the Final Four. It's gotta come down to the wire.
Yes, I tell you what, we're looking forward to those games. You know, I never ever thought I would enjoy college basketball. I don't know. I think maybe because, Mr. E, I don't know the stars, but we're learning the stars. And I know, especially in the women's side, we're learning who they are, the up and coming, those that are being scouted, those that are, you know, have potential as leaders on their team. And so it is a whole different vibe. You know, they are actually playing and playing hard. When you go to the NBA side, of course, you're going to have your stars. You're going to have those brands, those names. But you are going to see basketball a little bit different because, hey, some of these folks have, you know, contracts where they got to make their numbers. You know, some of them are, you know, hey, they're in it. But just like our guest said today, Charlie, he said the passion. You got to keep the passion for the game. You know, you just, you know, I know you can, some of them could probably close their eyes and throw the ball and hit. Some of them probably can turn around and throw the ball backwards and hit. But you got to keep that passion because that's what keeps people coming to the game and keep people happy about seeing, you know, these players.
You know, when I begin to look at college basketball, I see 7-footers out there shooting 3-pointers. You know, there's no more bumping, grinding, and like our guest said today, you got to go into the bucket. You got to go down there, squeeze your way in. I saw a team yesterday. I think it was Duke playing against someone yesterday, and they buccaneered them. I call it being right underneath the bucket, putting that weight on them, and you know, but the thing about it is the referee are not allowing them to play so physical.
Yeah, that's it. That's one of the things that have changed.
That's right. They don't play physical. They don't need no Band-Aid. They don't need no scars on them. You know, back in our day, if you've been knocked down, you get up, you got bruises, you got a headache, you got eyes poked out, you got a whole lot of things that happened to you back in the day. But today, basketball, college basketball, and they come from all over the world playing great basketball. So, hey, look, if you get an opportunity tonight, start looking at the NCAA. It is wow. Norfolk State, you did a wonderful job. My hat's off to you. Coach Jones, you did a great job. There's nothing for you to hold your head down for. You just keep on pushing them boys to the limit.
Absolutely. So we're going to continue with our Sports Talk Monday on FYI morning show. You all join us on Mondays and come with your teams and your rah and everything, so we can just enjoy, you know, covering these games. You know, we have enjoyed so much of sports talk. We've covered the NFL and other sports as well. The NBA is one of my favorites as well. I'm actually, hopefully, we'll be going to a real professional game. Look, the way college is playing, Mr. I wouldn't mind going to a college game now.
Well, that's what it's all about. Listen, when we get ready to go to a game, we're going to bring everybody with us. So guess what? I mean, we're going to be live at the basketball game.
Absolutely. I've been invited to a real professional football game coming up with the NFL. But also, I was invited to NSU, some of NSU's games that are going to be here as well. And I look forward to checking them out, NSU right here in our own backyard. And so we just love sports talk. Like I said, on Mondays, we will be doing our sports talk and just covering a lot of sports news and a lot of sports games. Mr. E, we have some upcoming shows. Before I do the upcoming shows, I want you all to subscribe to our channels,
Yeah.
please. Two in particular. Now, you all that are probably looking on Facebook, most of you all probably are already subscribed or following. But if you haven't, right here, right now, you can go ahead and subscribe. You can follow, and you can also, as well as Mr. Edward Everett, go to his page on Facebook and on the other channels as well, platforms. But in particular, I wanted you all to make sure you to subscribe over at YouTube. We have two channels. The newest one is at FYI Radio Show Live, host Yolanda Hinton. I have posted those links. I want you all to go on my page and you shall see them again. As a matter of fact, I can put the link up here for you all right now. And also Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1. Go and like and subscribe, comment. We're getting comments. I was so excited. You know, people are subscribing and people are talking back to us about, you know, their opinions and things like that. I really love that. And so we would love each and every one of you. I'm going to put the link right now and have you to go and just check us out.
That's right.
On YouTube, on our YouTube channel.
And that's right. You need to go and check us out and on the YouTube channels and like it and subscribe and be a part of what we're doing. I mean, you don't want to miss what's coming up next for FYI After Dark or for FYI in the daytime. Don't forget, you can join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, and WMVA 88.9 FM, and on all social media platforms. Don't forget, the link is over there to the right side. You can see it. All you got to do is go on the link and say, I am going to subscribe to this great FYI radio show along with Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and I'm Ed Everett. Don't forget, I also want to let you know that if you want to be in our audience, email us at FYI Radio Show Live, and we will email you back to let you know what day, what time is available for you to come on and be on FYI After Dark or FYI in the daytime.
Absolutely. Also check out Instagram. Check out my page, Yolanda Hinton, at Yolanda Hinton, and the lady _ Crystal Records on Instagram. Mr. E, do you have your Instagram handle?
That's right. You can go there and look for Pastor Ed. That's right. For Instagram, you can look for Pastor Ed, and guess what? You'll catch me.
Absolutely. Okay, so listen, follow us on social media. Make sure you give us those numbers and also make sure you make your comments. We would love to hear from you.
That's right.
Okay, so visit us on YouTube. You can visit us on our Facebook pages. You'll see those same handles. Crystal Records 1, FYI Radio Show, Edward Everett, his page, Pastor Edward. You said Pastor Edward or Pastor Ed?
Pastor Edward.
Okay, Pastor Edward. I'm going to put his up here. And please go and check us out now. Okay.
That's right. You won't be sorry that you checked us out. You'll be glad that you did.
Absolutely. Okay, so listen, let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to talk about some upcoming shows. Upcoming After Dark show. Okay, what we want is to what? We want to get you all to participate. We want you all to enjoy the platform, be a part of it, and actually be in our audience. And a little bit later, Mr. E is going to give you that information on how you can sit right here with us.
That's right.
And enjoy and also be a part of a dialogue. Now, with our FYI After Dark, we want to do what's called face-off, and we're going to be doing different face-offs. We're going to do a Battle of the Sexes, which we will announce when we'll do that. Plus, we will choose a few folk. Uh, we want you all to be a part of it. Battle of the Sexes, you know what that means? That means women and men kind of like talkity talk. Our differences, our similarities, our likes, our dislikes, our things that we don't like about things, the cliches and the stereotypes and things like that. It's going to be a fun activity, and we want you all to be a part of it. So we're going to give you that information a little bit later, so you can go ahead and get to know us, and we get to know you on our After Dark show.
That's right. That's what it's all about. Let us get to know you. Y'all get to know us, and we can have a ball.
Absolutely. So also, let me see. I'm trying to put Pastor Ed. It's Pastor Edward, right?
It's Pastor Ed 1.
Pastor Ed 1?
It's Pastor Ed 1.
All right, Pastor Ed 1. You didn't say that at first. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get that up here at Pastor Ed 1. Okay, so you all check at Pastor Ed 1 out on our other platforms as well. You should see Pastor Ed, and just join him, like his content, talk to him, inbox, whatever you want to do. Or not whatever you want to do, but I'm saying when you contact him, make sure you are thanking him for what he is doing with FYI Radio Show and the fact that you are enjoying this platform. Also, we're going to have Women's History Month continue. We are highlighting women history. I have a couple of women that I really want to highlight on Friday. Mr. I'll be sending you that information. Some women in history that I discovered on today, and I thought it was really, really a good fit. We'll talk about that. I will announce it and put it up later. In the meantime, we have Dr. Tanya Pass. She's going to bring community information, and she's going to celebrate with us Women's History Month. She's a senior pastor over in the church in Portsmouth, and we'll give you more information as we near the date in April for her to come on FYI in the morning. Also, let's see. Serving that tea. Mr. E, we got to serve some tea on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to serving some political tea and some other things that are going on. There's some other teas. We're going to have to cover a whole lot of other things that are going on in this world, in our communities. And Mr. E, I think Wednesday would be a good time to do that.
Just before we go into any other thing, Ms. Hinton, I want to let you know that Mr. Stephen, he's going to give me his information. He will be our special guest on immigration.
Yes.
I talked with him today, a little bit today. He's going to give me all his history and everything. I talked with him today. He said immigration is on the DL now. It's a down low because there's so many people afraid now to even mention the immigration. When you mention immigration, folks start running.
Tell the truth.
When you say anything about immigration, people, it doesn't make a difference what nationality you may be. You say immigration and folks start scattering like roaches seeing light at night. And when a roach see a light at night, when a group of roaches see a light at night, they scatter. So he said, immigration is one of the worstest bad word in the community.
Wow, it's a bad word, but we need to know what's going on.
So he's going to be our special guest, and guess what? He's going to tell us what's going on, and let's get it together.
Well, we got to get it together, and we definitely have to be prepared. And, there are people that don't know what's going to happen next.
That's right.
And that's really sad. That's really sad. But, this current administration had already promised some of the things they were going to do, Mr. E.
You know, Miss Hinton, when you look at this current administration, and we know that they have to go, I want our listening audience not to be spooked. Don't be spooked. Don't believe the hype. You know, that's sometimes, you know, they got to go through a channel, a change before it is concrete. You know, they got to go through some channels. You know, you just can't say, I want to stop this and it's over. It can't. It don't work like that in America. It does not work like that. One man don't call no shots.
Well,
So it had to go through some stages in order for us to be on the docket, like Medicaid and Medicare. You got to go through some things. You know, folks are fighting daily. I was riding down Military Highway, and they were saying, "Elon Musk, get away, because I was right there in the passing the Tesla dealer, and then they saying, blow your horn, and people was riding past there, Miss Hinton, like never before.
wow.
And they was blowing the horn. That's all you hear, man. Everybody blowing the horn against Tesla.
Woo, it's a lot going on. We are going to definitely be on Wednesday on what's under the hat, and let's just go over what is happening. Let's go ahead and let's talk about what's in the current breaking news.
That's right.
What folk are doing and how people are reacting to some of this stuff that's going on. And are you involved? Are you getting involved? Do you care? You know, some people say stand back and stand by to a group of people. The other people are like, we going out there with the picket line, the picket sign. We gonna do our
picket sign.
We gonna be out there. And others are saying, hey, this don't concern me. Let these folk fight it out. But I tell you what, I think all of us should be concerned, Mr. E. And I think we all should be aware of what's going on, even if we don't know the whole picture.
That's right.
We kind of keep up with some things that are going on. We want to say hello to Mr. James Overton. Thank you so much for joining us. And all that are on with us this evening, please, we want to say thank you to you. Thank you for your support. And we hope that you continue to follow us and subscribe and help to make FYI a great show.
That's right.
Yeah, Mr. E. So on Wednesday we'll serve that tea. On Friday we're going to do Women's History Month and do those tributes. We're going to also after dark we're going to do some of our battles, our face off, and if you want to, you can be a sponsor, special guest. Now we need special guests. We need folk that are doing things in the community or coming with information that our community needs. We need you all to get in touch with us. You know, the platform is there. We're here. FYI, we've extended that invitation for you to be on. And so we would like for you all to respond on any of our platforms. Mr. E's going to give that information in a little while. But I want to remind you again, you can be a special guest sponsor, intern with FYI Radio Show. You can also go to our sponsor websites, which is www.bulvicacademy.com, BULVIC academy.com, and Beard Gods, www.beardgods.com, BEARDGODZ. Check us out and, get involved again. You can be an intern, a sponsor, or special guest. Mr. E has that information.
If you'd like to be a special guest, an intern, or sit into the audience of FYI, all you had to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Again, that telephone number is 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. That's FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com, or you can inbox us on Facebook. That's right, inbox us on Facebook, on Ed Whatever's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. And once we get that, hey, we'll email you back or text you back or inbox you back to let you know that, hey, we want to have you as a special guest. Now, if you want to sit in the audience, that's right. If you want want to sit in the audience, all you have to do, email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, and we'll email you back. And once we email you back, we'll email you, and then we'll allow you to know that what date we emailed you to come on. All you got to do is pop up, and guess what? You be in our audience, or you can participate in what we're doing.
Absolutely. We have put the links in the chat. You all can go ahead and go to those pages. Of course, again, we are on live radio in the morning, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're on Peace 95.3. We're on WMVA 88.9 FM, WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400. Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. We look forward for your, your information. We look forward for your contact. We appreciate you all, and we want to say thank you so much for who you are and the fact that you take the time to be with us.
Yeah.
So, Mr. E, I think if all minds are clear, I think we're going to see everybody later, unless you have something to add, Ms. E.
And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. That's right. If you can't get it on YouTube, if you can't get it on Instagram, if you can't get it on LinkedIn, if you can't get it on Facebook, give us a call at 757-714-7861 or email us and let us know. I can't get it. I can't get it, and I would love to get it. If you're streaming all over the world, all you have to do is you catch us in the daytime. All you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. If you catch it on FY After Dark, all you got to do is email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com and say, listen, I like what's going on at FYI Radio Show. Or you can go to subscribe for us. That's FYI Radio Show, hosted by Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton or Crystal Records 1. Or you can go to FYI Radio Show, hosted by Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton, or FYI Radio Show, hosted by Miss Yolanda Hinton, or you can go to Crystal Records 1, or you can go to Yolanda Hinton's fan page and subscribe. Follow, subscribe, and guess what? You won't be sorry.
Absolutely. Look, don't forget to check out our shorts. We have our shorts on Facebook, and we have our shorts on YouTube. Make sure you like those as well, and give some comment to some of our commentary. But I tell you what, we are so glad it's spring. We're excited. We're ready to just continue to do great things and bring great shows. We look forward to just giving you all the best. So listen, Ms. E, thank you so much for all you do. And we're going to go and say goodbye to our friends. You all have a good Mr. E, did you give your predictions for this evening?
No.
And you won't?
No, I won't.
Okay.
To all our company.
But are you going to look at this?
Yes, I'm going to look at the games tonight.
Okay, well, let's get out of here. FYI, yes.
See you real soon.
Like Wednesday.
FYI. Why don't we love you?
We do.
FYI Radio Show. Yeah.
You all take it easy. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye now.
2 up, 2 down. Yeah. Bye now.